Welcome back. We're still on the Talk Time segment of the show. We're still talking about the federal government's approval of 65 licenses to establish to private companies in Nigeria to, of course, establish modular refineries in the country to help meet up with the daily demands of petroleum products of Nigerians for their use, really. And joining me at this time in the studio is Comrade Sheyi Gambo. He is the former National Public Relations Officer of Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association. That's Pengasan. Thank you for joining us. At last, the traffic allowed you to get here.
Good morning.
All right, good morning to you. So, want to look at the prospects and, of course, the challenges. So, excuse me, first of all, what do you see this doing for Nigeria, positively?
I think it's a move in the right direction because there have been an arrested developments, in the whole process. And now we have, it's going to build the local capacity, and imagine if all of them do modular refineries do about 10 to
1,000 to 10,000.
Yes, 1,000. So imagine, the multiplier effect of what we'll be having. So I guess it's very right. I mean, that's it means that they are very serious about re-engineering the process of refining in Nigeria. And we know that the status now is that the ones we have cannot, the capacity, no matter what they do now, you can't have the same inbuilt capacity. I mean, there's a shortfall of nothing less than 50% of domestic demand. So, the Dangote own too is going to do, Dangote's own is almost the same capacity of the three combined. We have that that one we are able to do 445,000. Dangote's own is going to do 400,000. But that one will be ready by God's grace in 2016. So I guess it's a right push in the right direction as a stopgap. And I believe that other things will come to expand the players. But one of the things we have also said is that they should, overall, they should be able to incorporate the local, we used to call illegal refineries, that we had, the operators of those illegal refineries, because they have a certain kind of expertise, they should be able to incorporate them, help them have a capacity, to refine and distribution outlets, because if we don't put them in, and that's the only thing they know how to do well, they'll still go back to having legal refineries.
Now, a caller said the same thing, made the same suggestion, really. But I said that wouldn't that be tantamount to ratifying illegality? Someone is doing something illegally, and then you still want to encourage the person to come to the streamline. Won't it encourage others to go the other way as well, knowing that the federal government will pardon them and then let them do it properly?
It's a different scenario. We're now giving them a legal template. We're now saying that, come, let us train you. This is what we do. Partner with us. So that it will stop illegality, so that you can actually come. Those people that can come, you bring them in. And one of the other things that you see that we see that the employment rate, we have been talking of unemployment. We are going to see a lot of a boost in that direction when you have because as it is now, due to pipeline vandalization, oil theft, the major companies are shutting down. They are scaling down. They are sending out our members. So we can see a kind of opening, a ray of hope where such of our members in their thousands in Shell, in Chevron, that have been, that have been sacked, that have been relieved of their jobs, can now see where they can play and bring their expertise. Yeah, because basically we all know that in Nigeria has probably the best refineries in the world. We can operate anywhere. It's just unfortunate that,
of course, there are many of them are abroad plying their trades, refining for other countries.
And it's even unfortunate that we've been helping to pay the salaries of people abroad with the situation of things, where a major player like ours is, we are importing almost at a time 80% of our local consumption, So I guess what the government is doing is the right step in the right direction.
All right, now, but what challenges do you foresee could hamper this development? Because you recall that in 2002, the government then did the same thing, granting 18 licenses to some private companies, but only one was able to come upstream to start refining. It's just even diesel, the company, and it's just 1,000 barrels per day capacity that it's doing. So don't you see this happening to these many numbers as well?
No, I don't see. You see, there's a new Nigeria emerging. There's seriousness of purpose by government, and that's what you just need. That this government is, you're serious and you want to, you have service delivery. I don't see it going the other way, because this is just the right time. We can't continue. This, people are, the business folks, the people, investors have noticed that Nigeria, we have come to a road that we cannot sustain, what we are doing, and we have a government that is ready to build capacity. One thing is for you to give license. One thing is for the enabling environment. There's going to be a lot of competition now. And I think there's we cannot go the route of the 18 licenses that were given, that they were using their licenses to do other things like importing of crude. Was making when you make it a lazy kind of interaction process, you see people that want to exploit it. But when you see seriousness from government, what we have always needed is seriousness. When the past administration wanted to sell the refineries, we are at the forefront that we should not sell the refineries as it were. They wanted to sell it for peanuts. We had the unions came out and said that you cannot sell it at peanuts. That let us come together, let us assess it.
And we got information that was the reason the government then, the past government, was carrying out the maintenance.
Yes, because basically that's what we said. We said, look, because the refinery is a very large complex. It's not only the refinery. You have real estate. So we were very suspect of what the buyers behind the marks. We are very suspicious of what they really want to do, because we know what happened with Daily Times. They bought Daily Times. We noticed that those guys were even more interested in the property of the Daily Times. So we wanted to know that, look, come up, let us know, let us all assess the people that even wanted to sell it. Yeah, So let us come, let us know this will be buyer. They shouldn't be covered. They should be able to come out. Let us look at the best of the buyers, that we want. But we are going back and forth. But we're able to stall the sale of the unions were able to stall the sale of the refineries then. But I also said that, look, the unions now must be alive to their responsibility. You should not wait. What started all this free fall? Just small maintenance here, it now became, an humongous problem. So the unions should be alive. Anytime you're having issues in your space of influence, you should shout out. Let people know that this is what is happening here. It's not, after everything has gone, you're now saying, this is bad, this is bad. Nigerians expect a lot from the unions now. Okay.
Now, it seems that some of the challenges, talking about the challenges these new license holders could face, we hear that there could be a land challenge, because you need a large mass of land for you to be able to establish a proper modular refinery. And then, of course, there is the issue about capital required to establish that. You need at least 30,000 barrels per day capacity for capital to even refine that, and that's a huge amount of money. So how do you see this possible for these 65 new ones and maybe the 17 new ones now to toll the proper way and do this?
I don't see the challenge there. Look at a proper, complete refinery being done by Dangote. Was able to, how did Dangote, I was able to attract. You
can't compare him to.
No, it's true. For these people to be given licenses, it was about, I think it was 285 people that wanted licenses. So for these people to have, that means they must have shown the economics. They must have shown, how they can access the money. So I don't see, and when you're talking about land, everybody, I don't see...
The 18 others did as well, of course.
Yeah, the 18, but I said that, this was sincerity of purpose. Was the government, the administration then, were we sincere? Were we ready? It was more of a lip service. You give license. You give license to anything, yes. But these people now, they have gone through their due diligence and everything. I don't see any issues. They already know where they're going to even play. They will know where they want to set up their refineries. I don't see any, and this is not the time for some people saying that we are tenants and this, this is a federal government powered, initiative. So I don't see any problem at all.
So what do you think about the DPR reducing the fee, the licensing fee, from $1 million to $50,000?